Okay, so we're going to be learning about distance, and basically distance is the distance between 2 points, and for this example, the 2 points that we'll be using is 3, -3 and -4, and 6 is 0. And basically this is the distance formula, and it's similar to the Pythagorean theorem. And a way to solve this would be organizing into a triangle, which I found to be the more simpler way to do it. And the way I did it, I put the two x values of the coordinates on one side of the triangle, leaving this triangle empty because that's the distance. And then on the other side, put the y values. And basically from there, I subtracted 6 minus 3, and I got 3. And I did 0 minus -4, which is 4. And from there, it just leads on to the formula, which is right here, of the distance squared equals 3, which we grabbed from the 6 minus 3 here, to the power of 2 plus 4 to the power of 2, and that 4 came from this, from 0 minus 4. And when you solve that, which would be 9 plus 16 equals 25. And from there, we would find the distance by square rooting 25, which you would get 5, and 5 would equal the distance. Another example that might clear up things better would be this one that I did. And wait, was it this one? This one, okay, sorry. Okay, so another example would be 4, -3, and 0, 5. So as we did here, I got the two x values, 4 minus 0 equals 4, and I put the y values up here. It doesn't really matter where you put them, is what I noticed, so as long as it's not on this side, which is the distance, you're fine. And then I put the y values, 5 and -3, 5 minus -3, and I got 2. If you want to just find this, make it easier for yourself, when you have a negative number, just put the bigger number first, which is a 5. And from there, we go to look for the distance, and we did 2 to the power of 2 plus 4 to the power of 2. And 2 to the power of 2 is 4 plus 16 equals 20. And the distance would have to be squared. So from there, we would square 20 and get 4.4, which equals the distance. Another example is 0, 9, and 2, 1. And we do the same thing like we did up here, where we put the x values and the y values on different sides of the triangles and solve. And then we do the distance formula, where we'd get 8 to the power of 2 and 2 to the power of 2. We get 64 plus 4 equals 68. And we'd have to square 68 to get the distance of 8.25. And we reach midpoint, and midpoint is just the middle of the middle of 2 points. So an example would be if we had 3, -4, and 6, 1. And the formula for this one is a lot easier, in my opinion. And here, well, this example isn't that clear. In this example, we got 8, 2, and 4, -5. Okay, and the way we organize this one is we got the two x values, which is at 8 and 4, and we add them together, divided by 2. And we get the two y values, which is 2 and negative 5, 2 plus negative 5 divided by 2. And that way, if you do the work, you'll get 6, comma, and then this one, which would be negative 1.5. And that is just basically the midpoint. Another example is 5, 9, and then negative 1 to 9. And same thing, just grab the x values, which is 5 and negative 1. 5 plus negative 1 divided by 2. And the y value is 9 plus 9 divided by 2. And you get 2, 2, 9, which is the midpoint. And maybe a more trickier midpoint would be 6.6, comma 8.52, and then negative 5.5 and 4.07. And a way to solve this would just be the same thing, but the only difference is there's decimals. And here you'll just do the same thing, which is just 6.6, which is the x value, and then grab the other x value, negative 5.5, add them, divide them by 2, and you'd get 0.549. And you'd solve the y value part, which is 8.52, plus 4.07 divided by 2, and get 6.295. And that would be your midpoint, which is your answer. And thank you.